Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucie, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News. You can literally hear the excitement as Disneyland Paris test a new audio loop for Avengers Campus.
Mickey the Magician has returned to the Animagique Theatre.
In celebration of Earth Day, a special National Geographic pre-show was projected onto the castle prior to Friday's show of illuminations.
Well done.
The first section of the solar parking canopy is now fully operational.
I got to request a voice this week. I requested that was done in a Star Wars voice, didn't I?
And if I was a bit overzealous with my first news headline there, it's because Lucy said, "Oh, do you like what I've done there?" Because it says you can hear the excitement. So I sold it for you.
Yeah.
I was doing proper copy there.
I sold it. Sell it, baby.
Hello, hey there, hi there, ho there, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show, regular as clockwork at 8:30 p.m.
Don't be saying
But
things like that.
Perhaps not next week. We are going to talk about our upcoming timetable because
For the next forever.
life is getting a little bit rocky in the Rain Fletcher household. We will get to that shortly, but that's not going to mar today's show. Today's show is here and it is running and it is strong. It's powerful. You can smell it from space. So we're going to talk about the news. We've got some trip reports. We've got shout outs. We've got a little Disneyland Paris game. We're going to invite you all to play with us. Wait time game. So what should we do? Should we go straight into news? Have you got something?
I do have a slight little thing, which is at the moment my drink's empty and I'm thirsty.
Oh, Chris, we have to do something about that.
Ole, it's showtime. All together. Your tiki 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 cup in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage or drink it from your tiki 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 cup.
Chris, this week I'm just having blackcurrant quadruple strength.
Oh.
Chris, have you heard of Tango Berry Peachy?
No.
It's sugar-free, which I know you don't like the taste of, but it's new Tango editions. And currently, 2 for £4 at Home Bargains.
Sounds brilliant. I love a bit of peach as
It's
well.
an offer I couldn't refuse. And then, that's £2 each. But then we went to Tesco late that day, and they were just £2 each anyway.
Oh.
So I got another one. So I've got 3.
Smells weird.
Yeah.
It's
Good. It's nice, and it's pink.
I was just going to say it's pink.
I didn't know that. I'd had about 6 of them before I spilt some, and I realised it was pink.
It says peach on it, but it's pink. How bizarre.
Yeah. Anyway, so you can have a little taste.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like the moment's passed now. Though.
Yeah,
It was
well-
a nice pouring moment. I do like a pink drink.
It's very sweet.
I like.
Have you got water? I can just water it down with it.
Praise indeed.
It's nice. It's good. It's pretty nice.
Do you know what's a good pink drink?
Umbongo.
Fruits and barley.
I don't know.
Robinson's fruit and barley. That's a good pink drink.
I don't know what colour umbongo is, but it tastes pink.
Susie, Susie is saying I need a tiki cup. We introduced my tiki cup last week, and I'm aware it's a strawberry. But as I explained, I like to be able to see what I'm drinking, and I find these opaque cups a little distressing. Anything could be floating in there. I'm much happier with this.
It's a cheeky cup.
So this is my
Susie.
cheeky tiki.
Susie's about to go. Well, should we announce it? She might want to keep it private.
No, she wants to tell people.
She's going to Disney World.
Ooh.
In a week? Is it a week? 1 week? Little over a week?
I mean, if we then gave her a dress out, then it would be bad, wouldn't it, to do that? But
I'm not even sure when she's going, but it's very, very soon. We've been sharing Disney bounds and such like in Messenger of me and Susie. I'm very excited. And she's got a little baby Dot to dress up, which is too much fun, and I'm jealous. I'm jealous. Right, let's get on to this news.
Susie, are you going to be vlogging it? Because Susie's that's our Susie in the chat. She's a keen vlogger.
I like her vlogs.
She has got a very, very dry sense of humour, and it comes across really nicely in the vlogs. We recommend vlogs.
Frog?
I recommend you watch them. Right.
Claire,
Can we get on to this?
Claire just got back.
Yes, Claire.
Baby got back.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Good enough. Dead air. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Lucie,
okay.
come on.
Well, I'm trying to get up. I thought I had it queued up and then it's disappeared. The new Avengers Campus music loop. But can I just say, I said this just before the show started, and these two both turned their heads like they didn't know what was wrong with me. I said, oh, I do love a good background loop. And the thing is, you might not hear it, you might not listen to it, but it's there and it changes your mood. And there's just, that's, to me, that's the secret sauce in a Disney park. And people might not even know that's what the secret sauce is. But when they're standing on Main Street and they're smiling and they're like this and they're doing a little Michael Crawford impression.
Okay.
It only takes a moment.
They'll think, why am I feeling so happy?
I like listening to the Frontierland loop when I'm working.
Oh,
do
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
I
very
like
much
the Adventureland music.
so.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm going to hold this up to
It's
the
exotic.
microphone.
You have to hold it in front of it. It's a cardioid microphone. There we go.
Are you all getting excited?
Copyright notices everywhere.
Yeah, stop now.
Can you imagine?
Stop.
Oh, good point. Good point. Can you imagine yourself walking
taste.
down towards the Iron Man coaster with Pim Kitchen on your left and Spider-Man web slingers on your right, and all that music playing? Are we getting excited?
And a
Yes,
massive
people.
chocolate bar in your hand.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on, Paris, do the chocolate bar. Do the chocolate bar. You know you can do it.
Would you
Squeeze one
feel?
out.
Would you feel heroic? I'd feel a bit cringy if I was walking towards something and that was playing.
Oh, I wouldn't have to strut it. It's like, have you ever walked into a pub and
Superstitious.
yeah, superstitious or playing that funky music or something like that goes on,
Yeah.
and you just kind of
You have to do a
strut down.
strut. Same with that Hella Good by No Doubt.
Yeah.
Doonga doonga doon doon. Doonga doonga doon doon. Doonga doonga doon doon. Doon 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 doon. Mine's a pint.
I once had my iPod on shuffle and I was walking home from work and Free Nelson Mandela came on. For no reason. But I was proper jaunting down the road in the middle of Dewsbury to Free Nelson Mandela.
That'll never not be associated with the Peter Kay thing.
I know, I always go Ella, Ella, Ella at the end of it.
Hey.
Okay. I'm going to move on to Disney things, but you've got to put in the chat, what's your favourite song to walk into a pub to? That has to be a real conversation. Right, let's
They'll be
back onto this.
singing.
Just while you're imagining yourself going down there, walking like a superhero, doing your very best 3-point landing, it's getting close. When they're releasing stuff like this, actually, I don't think they released it. Did they release it? But you could hear it being tested.
Lucy's having conversations with herself again.
I think they have released it for the public, but what the news was this week is you could hear it being tested beyond the construction barriers. Oh, to be there and to experience such joyful excitement.
She's gone full Gollum today.
I'm just turning her
She's
down
like-
a little bit.
she's
'cause
like,
No, you can't play the music. Yes, we can play the music. It's new, it's exciting. No, you can't hear it yet.
I like that very Yorkshire inflection there. Was it? It's new and exciting.
He by gum. Me precious.
Bye, Gollum.
Oh,
Bye, Gollum.
right. Let's talk about predictions for when it will open. So the previous prediction had been the last weekend in May, beginning of June. And I had said if it's not announced in the next week, I think we will miss that. So that is about 5 weeks away. What do we think the threshold is for announcing new lands to allow people to book trips, to allow press, media, to allow previews and test rides? What do you think?
I think they'll do it as short notice as possible.
Do you?
Yeah, because I think they just want people to. The thing is, there's so many people rescheduling their bookings still that and everyone's booked for the summer already. I think unless you were going to do it next year, you kind of missed the boat already.
Well, I'm not. I think me saying people booking the trips is me thinking I want to book a trip. It's not that. It's I mean, logistically, because of press events and because new media events and because they do have annual pass previews and all that kind of thing. there has to be a certain window.
And we think it's going to open end of May, beginning of June.
Well, that was the original thought. And now I said last week, if that isn't announced in the next week, I'm going to call it that it's going to be the middle of June, not the beginning of June.
So you think 6 weeks then?
I think 6 to 7 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other thing is, if you look at the construction, it's getting incredibly done. And people are calling out, look, they're putting details on, because they're at the point where they're painting stencils on the
telling us
wall.
backstories and things as well.
And telling us backstories and the cladding's done. But what you've got to look at is, no matter what details you can or can't see, is it ready for cast training and kitchen testing? Because you need to, in a professional kitchen, you need to cook in it. Before you can't just open with a new oven, for example, and ride testing. So is it in a point where you can do those 3 things? Because the truth is, they will start doing those 3 things while you've still got scaffolding up and the paving isn't done. They will be doing those things, or it might even be that it looks finished, but inside it isn't. That's the thing.
For the web slingers, for instance, in the Imagineers thing the other week, the Dutch guy actually said it's working, everything works, it's amazing, it all works. So
that's
I would suggest that means that they've done it. So yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about while I was away, but Susie, who will be vlogging,
who did
not die. Oh, isn't that swell? Who did not die? She was asking about is hugging back, because she watched her vlog this morning and she was happy crying when they were hugging characters. Is that back at DLP? And people are confirming yes.
It is.
Because Emma said she had the best cuddle with Piglet.
Aww.
What's the best character hug you've ever had, people in the chat? You two aren't character huggers, are you, really?
I'm not a hugger.
No. I can confirm.
Okay, I don't have a best character hug myself, but watching Lucas run up to Mickey on our first trip, literally as we arrived there, we just checked in and got our things, and they were doing a meet and greet at Cheyenne, and there was nobody queuing, and he just ran straight up and gave him a massive hug. That was pretty close. I think that's probably one of the best.
The heartbeat. Mine would be doing Run Disney. They had Brer Fox and Brer. I've said this before. Brer Fox and Brer Bear out. And Brer Fox is really furry. I don't mean fluffy. I mean he has long fur on his hands and long fur coming off. And the point with Run Disney is you run into a photo and you run out of a photo and you just carry on running. You don't have the whole meet and greet and autograph signing. And as I like move towards them, they both put their hands out like that, and then unprompted, they're like, you couldn't do it during COVID. They were like touching my face doing that, and they both just kind of sandwiched me. And in the photograph I've got with those two, I've got a smile where you can tell I'm actually giggling. You know, I'm not putting a smile on, and my face is like that. It was just so glorious. And then a second later, it was done, and that'll forever be my best character cuddle.
Oh.
Claire says, Goofy giving us all a massive family hug at one of the character dining locations takes the cake for me. Goofy is a good hugger.
He is.
The Dunn family are here, and it wouldn't be a show if the Dunn family didn't give us a trip update. So 2 weeks now.
I thought they said 2 weeks last week. I'm getting very confused with your trip, Dunn family.
They said 2 weeks from now we'll be waiting for fireworks. So
might set off early. Hannah has just said something that I've heard other people say. I'm scared to meet characters. I feel awkward, especially with having no kids with me. Now, right away, I'm going to dissuade you of any stigma, because there are so many adult Disney fans who collect character photos and they just... You will see them in the queues. They get their meets the same as anyone else. So don't be worried about that stigma. Now, as far as you being awkward about it, that's up to you. I'm not saying you have to do something you don't want to do any more than anyone can convince me that going on Crusher's Coaster is a good idea. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I will say, if you do feel a bit awkward, maybe plan on a question to ask them or a thing to say to them. It can be as simple as, I like your dress, Minnie, or, you know, hey Ariel, where's Sebastian today?
Your head belly button's looking a little bit hairy.
And they're incredibly good. They're trained to improv, basically, but to put you at your ease and so you get an interaction. So that would be my tip for meeting characters. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. That's fine. But don't be worried about the stigma.
It's not for me.
No, you're not bothered, and it's not that you're not bothered about the interaction. You're not excited by it, are you? Really?
No. The best thing I can get from it is if I'm filming it and we can have a bit of a back and forth, and it's funny for a video. But for me personally, I don't.
Oh, I love it.
I don't get it.
I love it.
I understand it, but I don't personally get anything from it.
I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think I've met the right character yet.
That's like, you don't like olives. You just haven't had a good one. We got some new people, today.
Well, hang on. Shall I just play this then? Oh, that's the wrong one. It's wrong again. No, it is the right one. It was the right one. I'm gonna press it again. Sorry.
Who are they?
Sorry about
I
that.
mimed that incorrectly, even though that's my voice.
It is your voice.
On your jingle. What took credit for the jingle? Yeah, we've got Hannah's been binge watching.
Oh,
And,
yay.
she stopped by.
Hi, Hannah.
I often wonder how people tolerate us for more than an hour at a time. When people say they've been binge watching.
I struggle to tolerate
Yeah, I
you.
know. We barely tolerate ourselves.
Lewis, first time joining live.
Hi, Lewis.
Going to DLP for the first time in 25 years next week.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, and anyone else who's new, give me a thumbs up and I'll point you out if I've missed you.
Yeah.
Just give me a thumbs up.
The chat moves fast.
Claire's just said, I like all these things sort of prompt conversations about Disneyland Paris, and Claire's just said, not exactly the same, but I split from my family to watch the Festival of Fantasy, and I waved at the princesses the whole time, on my own, no kids, and the joy I felt when Rapunzel waved back excitedly. So this is my other tip with parades. I'm actually doing a video possibly this week on tips for taking small children to Disneyland Paris, and this might be part of it, is interact with the parades, shout for the characters, wave, do hand gestures, not rude hand gestures, do nice hand gestures to the characters and stuff, and see if they do them back to you, and jump up and down, and also with the people who are on the guest flow, people who walk beside them can be so friendly as well, and you get so much more from it than just sitting like you're in a theatre or just standing going, oh yeah, look, pretty things. Wave at, you'd be amazed. And if you've never done that, if you've been before and you've just stood and watched, next time you go, try and get a character's attention. And that little moment of thrill is real. However cynical you think you are, that little moment when they look straight at you and they give you a thumbs up, it's a real buzz for me.
Speaking of which, I'm probably overthinking this, but when I said give us a thumbs up, I meant in the chat. But I did notice
we can't see you.
Because I
see
did notice there's a couple of likes on the video, and I felt like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought
we like farming.
they were just doing that at the screen.
no. But yeah, anyway.
Emma Sylvester's just said to Hannah, I find it easier meeting the fur characters than the princesses, etc. A bit less awkward. Now, I'm on board with this. I find it, but the whole idea of them talking to you a bit strange, and characters like Jack Skellington, for me, the fact that he speaks freaks me out.
Ooh, that is an exception because, and Bonnie was 3 when she met him, and she questioned the half mouth, half mask thing, and she believed everything at that point, and I think that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
It is odd that he's neither feast nor foul. Is that the saying?
He's a furry human.
Yeah.
The way my mind works is I'm always trying to justify what I'm looking at. like I'm really literal. So I'm always trying to justify, why is this character not why is Mickey just miming back at me? Why is he not answering? I know why he's not, but I'm trying to create a story, a world in which it makes sense. But I find it a bit weird. I remember going to see Olaf, and Olaf wasn't talking, but you could really hear the noise of the shoes on the ground clomping around, and it was really loud, and a bit of a mismatch.
We've had some that maybe aren't as good as others, but we've had some brilliant ones, and I will keep going. No matter how old Bonnie gets, I will still be queuing up for characters. It's my bag. Hugh might go on something like Test Track or Rock and Roller Coaster while I do, but it's my thing. It's my thing. I love it.
But you like Stitch Live though, don't you?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a character
And I
meet if
like
they're
to
talking to you in that interaction.
And I did like meeting the Avengers.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Lewis has asked, where does DLP and the studio rank in the parks you've been to? I've only been
1
to,
and 2 for me.
got the Chinese park. So you've been to the Chinese parks. So that's more than we've done. We've only been to Orlando and Paris, and you've only been to Paris, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
I
when you
can
say 1
firmly
and 2,
put
which one-
studios at the bottom of all of the parks that I've been to.
Yeah.
And will ever go to, I would imagine, at the moment. I'm hoping things will change over the next
At
couple
the
of years.
moment, it's at the bottom of all the parks we've been to.
That isn't to say I hate it, though.
But it's a very interesting question because I still,
It's
to
a high
this
bar.
day, put Disneyland in terms of the most beautiful, well-designed park. I still put Disneyland Park Paris at the top of all the parks I've been to. However, there are other factors, snacks, food, entertainment, and things that overall it might not be at the top, but in far as just bare bones, it's the top. Maybe we'll do our full rankings in the Patreon show because it's not strictly Disneyland Paris, or unless you want to do it now. You've done yours.
I've done mine. It's easy.
1 and 2.
Yeah, I think Hollywood Studios has to go at the bottom, unfortunately. But that's out of a list of good parks all around, isn't it? So it's not.
And
I would
give
visit
it-
the studios
give it
over
2
any other
years.
theme park I've ever been to.
Oh, yeah.
We went to Gulliver's last week.
See, even Legoland, that's supposed to be premium as far as UK ones go to, it wasn't a touch on anything Disney have ever done. Not even close.
I would put the main park probably at the. Would it be at the top? Maybe in the top 3 anyway, definitely. Like I love Animal Kingdom though, that's the thing. But the thing is about the Paris one is you get all the different lands. So I think it has to go at the top. And out of the Magic Kingdom and our one, ours it just looks nicer.
Yeah.
But then like you say, if it was just down to there's so many factors like like you say, the food and I don't know. I think ours pips it.
Yes.
I think ours pips it.
Good.
Yeah.
I think so. I think I would put Disneyland Park above Magic Kingdom, but I think Animal Kingdom would be the other one I'd go up there. People in the chat, you can discuss this as well. We're not going to get to all this chat, but it's nice for you. You just enjoy yourselves. Animal Kingdom is the best. Magical by Sarah. Yes, we agree. Right, let me get on to something else.
What's the worst theme park you've been to?
Like Water Valley.
Says Kelfie. Yeah.
Like Water Valley, yeah.
We're not theme park people, honestly, and we went to Gulliver's Valley last week, and it would be that one. But I feel bad saying that because
First
that's
time I went to Gulliver's Valley, my expectations were so low.
You went last year, didn't you?
Yeah, that I thought this is all right actually. This is all right. But last time we went, I saw it for what it is.
You still need to go to Sundown.
It's when we do
Because
yeah.
that will be way below your expectations.
It's when you turn up to Gulliver's and there's a castle entrance, but surrounding it is just a big black barn. Is it even black? Is it just like grey?
I think it's like Go Away Grey.
It's ooh. Yeah, what a shame. But it's money.
Yeah.
Mickey and the Magician has returned to the Animagique Theatre.
Woohoo!
There's been some choreography and effects updates. Now, they did mention that included the genie and the fairy godmother, and I'm a bit like, hope when they say fairy godmother, they don't mean the Cinderella dress, because that's quite fabulous. And I don't know. I didn't want to see any updates. I thought it was wonderful, but I'm sure whatever they've done is great. And it will be going 5 times daily from the 26th of April, which is in 2 days' time. Until then, it's going twice daily. But unless anyone's setting off tomorrow morning, as far as you're concerned, it's 5 times daily.
There was a question actually from Jenny about Mickey and the Magician, which she asked in our messenger this week. I did answer to her, but I thought I'd read it out to you and you can tell her the real answer because what I've said was probably wrong. She says, Mickey and the Magician is back on the app. Yay! Question, do we have to book our seats? Or is that just a money-making initiative?
It's just a money-making initiative.
That's exactly what I said. She said, can we rock up and queue? Because the secure your seat bit's a little bit confusing.
But just get there in good time, though, because it can get full, can't it?
It can.
You can get turned away. But as long as you're there in good time, you're not rocking up with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I would always ask when you get in the queue, are we queuing for the next, whatever time the next show is, the 2:20 show, or are we queuing for the 3:20 show? Because sometimes they won't necessarily tell you automatically. And if you're queuing for the one after that, I wouldn't bother. I love that show so much, but you've got better ways of spending your ticket money. if it means 2 hours in a queue, to be honest. Now, the thing is with the Animagique Theatre is there are no bad seats. So I wouldn't pay that money to secure your seats particularly. Now, with the Frontierland one for the Lion King show, there are some bad... Actually, they've moved the supports now, haven't they? There used to be interior supports, so you could end up behind a pillar. But I don't think there's a bad seat in there either. It's a bit of a money-maker thing. It's up to you if it gives you peace of mind.
What's that theatre called now? The Chaparral?
No, it used to be called the Chaparral.
Yeah,
It's called the Frontierland Theatre.
Right.
The so Laura, Lucas's girlfriend's mum, said the other week she paid, didn't she, for the secure your seat, and she said she really wished that she hadn't done because there were plenty of seats available. But obviously, it depends on the day, it depends on the time.
Did we get a fast pass, or was that a vlogger we watched for the Finding Nemo show at Animal Kingdom?
We did get one.
And that was stupid. it was a waste of time, was it?
I don't
We
know.
We didn't pay for it, but you know.
It probably was.
We turned up and there was like 5 people in front,
But that
in front
was
of us.
back in the day where we could stack 3 up at a time, and it got us. It meant we could arrive a tiny bit later, and that we got closer to the front, and so you know.
If in doubt, just grab a cast member and just say, "What do you think? Should I book a seat?" You know,
Would they tell you?
Do you think they're gonna go?
I don't know.
Yes, book a seat. It's worth it.
I'm just waiting for them to employ all these 16-year-olds who I don't know.
Who don't care? And
Yeah.
they'll be like, "Nah, be all right, mate. Just rock up."
Kelly says, will you do any vlogs while in Orlando? Yes, we will. As a family, we're talking tactics. But we all enjoy vlogging, including Bonnie.
Bonnie does her own.
Bonnie doesn't mind being involved in it.
We need to get her some kind of camera because she uses one of those kiddie zoom VTEX and the quality is so...
Oh, it's awful, isn't it?
Poor.
Yeah.
So I think
she loves doing it, though.
We'll give her an old phone or something so she can do proper ones.
Yes.
But she's, so we all enjoy vlogging, and so we're going to do it. So I don't want you to feel bad when I say this, but it does also interrupt your family holiday, and especially when you do the morning to night vlogs where it's like a diary, because you're always thinking, where was I in the narrative and what do I need to do next? And I need to explain to them that we've just done this. So we're talking as a family, what should we do? And I think we might do some smaller ones where it is like a restaurant review, a tour of a hotel grounds, things like that, rather than try do day. You know how if you watch vlogging series, they often do day 2 and then they do the full day. I think that won't fit with the way we want to enjoy our holiday, but there will definitely be content coming from us on this channel.
And what else, Lucy? If we hit 1,000 subscribers in the next couple of weeks, which we're not far off now, we'll be able to stream live from our phones, which means that they'll be able to go.
There you
potentially
go.
do some live there as well.
Chris has just said it. We've got 4 weeks to get 168 more subscribers.
There you go. No pressure.
And then we'll be able to stream from live things. So we might do our 8:30 p.m. show, which will be 3:30 over there. We might do it as a live stream from Animal Kingdom, where you in the chat can choose, turn right or left, and we're going to this snack stand. What should we order? And let you kind of dictate for an hour what we do.
It'd be like
you
choosers.
do choosers. It'll be fun. So that's the plan for that.
I do vlogs with multiple characters.
Hugh does comedy videos from the park.
There's some comedy in there. Well, yeah.
And Chewie did I remember seeing Chewie?
There's a Chewbacca. I actually took that out, and there's a separate Chewbacca doing Caribbean Beach. But the thing is that he's called Mr. Chewbacca, and he sounds like Jeffrey, the animator.
It's like, this Mr. Chewbacca. I'm at Caribbean Beach.
Yeah, and we take our neighbour Daz with us. Daz, who's an alter ego, and he does like rough and ready reviews of things.
And you can find these all on Hugh's personal channel, which is just Hugh Rain. He does. In fact, I recommend you subscribe to that now anyway, because he's already got all our sort of before we start doing this podcast, our family trip reports.
The first few are just sort of like family videos with a bit of talking in, but it's mostly just sort of mood pieces. I don't know. But then as it goes on, it gets a bit more vloggy, doesn't it? A bit more involved. So yeah, start around the middle, I'd say.
You introduced our Patreon pals to Aurora as well last week, didn't you?
Hello, this is Aurora, and I'm here at T-Rex
in Disney Springs for a meal because I'm proper starving. So when I do that, I did that in a queue for a Hoop-de-Doo, and this little girl was looking at me. I was just holding up this doll and going, "Hello, it's an order, and we're queuing for Hoop-de-Doo." And this girl was like, "What are you? What are you? What are you?"
That's the other thing is I tend to do the vloggy stuff. Hugh does the nonsense stuff, but we're getting a little more self-confident with just not giving a damn who's around us and holding up a camera and talking to it. Yeah. As Susie will attest, it takes a bit of getting used to, but after a while, you're just like, go. Right. In celebration of Earth Day, a special National Geographic. You had that problem, didn't you?
I did. I really
Pre-show was projected onto the castle. I don't usually watch the fireworks and things on YouTube. I like to watch them live, but as I wasn't there on Earth Day, I thought I'll watch this. It was nice. It was nice. I had to watch it without sound because my phone was conking out. And if you've ever subscribed to National Geographic magazine, which I did used to do, it's just gorgeous pictures and then projected onto our gorgeous castle. It was gorgeous. It was lovely. It didn't break any new ground, but for a one-day thing, I would have been glad to be there on
Sounds
the 22nd.
gorgeous.
It
was gorgeous.
It was gorgeous.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
They also did a 2-hour conference at the Studio Theatre, and it was presented by National Geographic. I'm not entirely sure who went. I'm not sure if it was invitation only or ticket only or queue up and go, anybody who's got a park ticket. But it was in the studios, and it was attended by Natasha Rafalski. Oh, that's not my phone.
That's my phone.
Where's
How
my
dare
phone?
you?
Where's my phone?
I don't know.
There it is. I'm just getting the menu up.
That's the Avengers music
That's
again.
the Avengers music. Natasha Rafalski, who talked about sustainability initiatives and commitments. And then we also had Nicholas Volume, who's a photographer on environmental issues. Melanie Wagner, who's a storyteller on a project centering on penguins. And Annette Faye, who's a scientist studying seabirds. And they all spoke about their own projects and subjects. Now, geekily, I might not waste... I don't want to say waste. I might not spend a day in the park doing this, but in other circumstances, I would have loved that. I would have loved to sit there and listen to these really unique things. But that's what TED Talks are for, aren't they? So
Our fact checker Patrick is here. And,
Hi, Patrick.
He says it was invitation only.
I suspected as much. I didn't think it would be just park goers wandering in randomly. Can I just say, Natasha Rafalski, we became serious social media Disney fans in the age of...
Hello?
I had her name at the beginning of this sentence and I've lost it. Who was the last president? Oh, Patrick's going to tell me and I'm going to feel...
Oh, the park?
Yeah. Do you remember?
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Catherine Powell. Thank you. That came to me in the end. Sorry, we became serious Disney fans in the age of Catherine Powell, and she was eventually promoted and then let go. But she was always present. She was always making speeches. She was always at events, and she was a very aesthetic person. She was a very warm person, and it was a really good face for the parks, and it made you feel as a fan kind of appreciated and that you had someone there who was looking after the world. You know what I mean? And then Natasha Rafalski took over, and for a long time, we just didn't see her. She was in an office somewhere. Now, since it's certainly this year, 2022, since it's reopened as well, she's been there a lot, like facially, presence-wise, facially.
Just the face floating around.
Her face has been
Like
in my
the Cheshire
newsfeed.
Cat.
It's a projection on the castle. Just
Yeah.
instead of the Small World clock. it's
Looking
just-
down.
But she's been very present and involved in the way that Catherine Powell used to be, and I really like it. I like that she's there doing that, and it does feel like there's a steady hand on the ship. So, I mean, people who know more about the ins and outs and the business and the running and the management might have a different idea, but to me as a mere fan, I like her presence, and I hope that this continues because she does seem very hands-on at the moment, which I think is wonderful. Right, you could also see photos placed on probably foam board, but photos placed around
I play it down.
around Lake
The
Disney.
finest kappa board.
Around Lake Disney. And again, being National Geographic photos, they were just beautiful, beautiful images. And anything like that, I just think adds to your experience if you're in the park. Right. Should we do some kind of shout out so I can sip a drink?
Yes, if you like. I'll press my roundup button.
Audience trip roundup.
I think I said this last week, but we have a speaker here that gives us a bit of feedback that's out of the way. But it's Bluetooth and it kicks in just as I press the button. So you don't hear the first few seconds. And there's always a little bit of a heart sink for me when I press a button because I don't think it's worked. But it has worked. Okay, got a few things to go through here, actually. First off, Stephen Burke's been in touch, and this is just to say hello, really, but he says, me and my group of friends with kids have just decided to book a group holiday to Disney in November. I'm very excited. I've told them to listen to yourselves on Spotify, and I'll be re-listening to some of the episodes about group travel. So excited for it. Not been to Disney for 4 years. They all know I'm a Disney nut, and they've asked me to organise it. He said that he's booking from Ireland, so he's going to let us know if he finds any good deals. So we can share it with people.
I think that's one of the things. If you get a VPN, you can book through the Irish site, and sometimes they have deals on that the UK don't. Just saying.
And they're taking
Just
kids as well, so
saying.
your video is going to be even more useful.
Yes.
When you put it together.
I need to get that written.
There we go. There we are.
It's all in my head. It'll come out.
Another little one then.
Hi, Stephen.
Yes, hello. Another little one, Sarah Clipston messaged, I'll reply to one of our comments and just said, love your show. When I finish work for the day and I jump in the car for the drive home, I pop on 37 Disney Street and I'm with the Disney crew. With the Disney crew?
With the Disney crew. We're
that
also,
nice?
but when I hear that, can I be really honest? I realise that I'm in someone's car with them and I get a little bit out of body weird about it.
Oh.
So I don't know who's listening to us right now, but
I pretend nobody's listening.
are we like in your kitchen? Because I find that strange.
I'm in your kitchen.
There's it's like the multiverse. It's like there's a version of us three kind of just perched on the kitchen counter while they cook or drive or whatever. And I find that really odd.
Yeah, too much salt. You're going to have to throw that out, I'm afraid. Far too much. What's wrong with you? I can see. Yes, you. I can see you. Don't put pepper in now. It's ruined anyways. Pepper's not going to fix it, is it? Doing?
Right. So this is one for you to pay heed to, Hugh. This is from Claire. I think it's Claire, not Spare Claire. But correct me if I'm wrong, Claire.
Well, Claire Alexander was Spare Claire, wasn't it?
Yes, so it's Claire, I think.
I think that's right.
Hi, everyone.
I wrote it down.
Hi, everyone, Claire says. Thought it was about time I joined on Patreon. It's 1 a.m. and I'm crazy jet lagged, so we'll see if I regret this in the morning. No doubt. Since, all jokes aside, you've given us a wonderful community to talk about DLP and all things Disney, and I've never given anything back. Thank you for all you do for us every week. It's so fun coming on the live DLP shows every Sunday. I feel like we're buttering ourselves up here today. If you want to do a shout out, I'll let him pick whatever he wants because I can't choose. Can't wait for the show on Sunday.
Okay, well, I'm going to do it in the style of a Disney-style theatre trailer.
Okay.
But the music I've chosen is non-Disney style, right? So this is for you, Claire. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Claire had it all. The house, the job, the beauty. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming until one day... Oh no, I can't find a good Disneyland Paris podcast. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking me back streets this holiday season? You'll never know if you don't go. Claire's about to find out. You'll never shine if you don't glow. That beauty is in the ear of the beholder. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Podcast A Spell on Me. Only in cinema. That's for you, Claire.
I have to follow
Quiet
that with
week,
solar
Hugh.
panels.
Has it been a quiet week?
I had my jab yesterday. I had my booster jab for the over 75s. So I had some time on the couch feeling slightly ill.
Ginger Fox has just said, I know the Avengers campus opening date. Do you?
No, but then it's the day after I go home.
Oh, okay. See, I think Patrick might know it. I think he might.
Maybe.
Do you know it, Patrick? You don't have to tell us. I just need to know if you know
Just
it.
tell us if you know it.
For anyone who's
Then we
joining
can
for
say
the
we
first
know
time,
someone who knows.
Patrick in the chat, he works in ticketing at Disneyland
Put him
Paris,
in a
and he knows
difficult
things.
situation.
I know. You don't have to tell us. He's gonna go suspiciously quiet now, isn't he? Right, I'm gonna go back to boring
I haven't
things.
finished
Oh
yet.
gosh.
What on earth? I spent ages putting all these things together, and
Okay.
I'm not cross at you.
Okay.
I'm just disappointed. Yeah, but I've got a trip report. That's why I've got something that's actually proper, like a proper trip report. So this is from the Dodds. Hi guys, have done our trip report. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all and Patrick for the temporary annual pass information, as it all worked a treat. It was so lovely to be in the parks again. We weren't even worried about the rides. It was good to be immersed in the sights, sounds, and smells. We dined at Remy's, and I totally agree with Lucy that if you're paying for the theming of it all, we did enjoy it, and I'm glad we did it, but we won't be rushing back. What really showed it up was when we dined at Beaver Creek in our hotel restaurant. The food was delicious. There was more of it, and it was less money too. We also enjoyed the Gardens of Wonder, and the Disney Delight show was fantastic. Just blew us away with the technology. The only downside is it's on so late. Waiting for 11 p.m. with a 6-year-old is not fun. What doesn't help is they literally shut the rest of the park down from 10 p.m. so there's nothing to do. In the end, we sat in Videopolis watching cartoons until it was time for the show.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Yeah, something to do.
We were disappointed with the merchandise. Not an anniversary spirit jersey in sight. Couldn't even get a hotel pin where we stayed. It seemed to be the same things in all the shops. However, I did see on Pixie Dust that the anniversary Loungefly was back in stock on the last day of our trip, so I was up early to join a big queue, and I got one, so the trip ended well. We'll be returning in August, but even with the Animal Pass discount, the Disney hotels are too much, so we have opted for the Radisson Blu one on site after watching a Sam for God video. It's literally half the price of the cheapest Disney one. Thanks again for all your help, and of course the Lightning McQueen shout out.
Wow. Wow. They're here, aren't they? There's a Dodd family in the chat today. I'm assuming it's the same one.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we are.
But if not, hello both of you.
There's
All of you.
There's a chat about when Avengers Campus
for
will open in the chat. The Dunn family's money is on June the 15th. That about tallies with my thoughts, to be honest, roughly.
What is?
June the 15th.
Right. I just did we do an appropriate enough and a big enough thanks for that trip report? I feel like we didn't. I think.
Oh,
I was.
no, it's great. We
Thank
we
you.
do very much value the trip reports. It's good to hear other
go
people's
back.
views.
Yeah. Thank you for sending that.
I'd also like to say that I responded saying, "Oh, that makes me a bit more nervous. Well, not nervous, but concerned about going to Remy's because I've heard a lot of people saying very similar things recently, and it's kind of put me off. But I've still booked it, and
I mean, are you going for the food anyway, though? Are you booking that because I can't
Well,
wait for that food?
In all honesty, no, because all the proper themed places we're going on a lunchtime, and we've got a buffet booked in the evening, so we'll go and have lots of food in the evening because I don't expect the kids to like the food there anyway. So
No.
yeah, it's kind of all right.
Well, I mean, I don't know what your boys are like, but if it was Bonnie, she'd end up with chips and macaroni cheese no matter which restaurant we went to, but she'd have a much better time in Remy's just because it's so amazing to be in there. It's a funny one. Now, it's different when you're an adult and you're kind of a bit of a foodie, but you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, what's not to like? It was steak and chips, and it was ratatouille, which I wouldn't normally like, but to have it with some steak, put on your fork, it was like a bit of veg. It was nice. I thought the desserts were nice. I see what you say though. I suppose when you think about it, we just had steak and chips, which is like.
I think for us though, we're full board, so it's not like we're not paying extra. We are paying extra because we pay for full board, but it's part of what we've agreed to pay for. So it's not like we have to find the money for it, and then we'll be ultimately disappointed by what we've spent because we've already spent it.
You will have had a feeding at the end of it,
Exactly.
and you will have experienced a beautiful venue.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bit of ballast.
Did I tell you? I think I did tell you, and I definitely tweeted about it. But Sarah Metcalf helped me out the other day because she said she booked Waltz. And so I went onto the app to see, and if you go into the app, the normal way to book food.
Sam Metcalf.
Sam Metcalf. What did I say?
Sarah Metcalf.
Sorry. Okay. Sam. I meant to say Sam. If you go into the app and you go into the book a table and you go and find Waltz, there's no way to book it. But if you go in through the date and you pick a date and there are availability, then you can book it. So I managed to find a way in, and on the week of our booking, I could book on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, I think it was. So I booked one. So we booked going to Waltz now.
I like little fiddly little nuances like that with apps because once I've got hold of something, if there's something not working or there's a quirk, I always find a way around it. And I was saying to Lucy the other day, like like, you know, if because Lucy does all that sort of side of it, doesn't she, when we're away? But like, if I can get into it, I'll be able to do all the little, you know, tweaks and you know, fixes and little hacks and little swerves and little dodges.
I honestly think
if I can practice on the app, can I do that?
It's best keeping you off it, to be honest, because I did all the fast passes last time, and I did all the refreshing and the scrolling and the looking for the things. Now, if I put that in your hand, it is so much like a computer game trying to find the fast passes you want. I just think you'd be too into it, Hugh. Is my opinion. I'm best keeping you off it.
Interesting.
That's everything for me, except to say that we've had 2 other new Patreons as well, Whitney and Sarah Curry. If you want a shout out from who? Jeez. If you'd like a shout out from Hugh, get in touch with me and I'll prime him for you.
So
And similarly, if there are any other Patreon pals who haven't had a shout out, I haven't forgotten about you, but I might have forgotten about you. So if you let me know what you'd like, then we'll arrange that as well.
Oh, you're so lovely, you people, all joining us. I've got one more piece of news, and it's relatively dull, and everything's
dull
been so
news.
lively up to now. Well, the first section of the solar panel canopy is now fully operational.
I think you'll find the solar panel is it's quite operational. That's what it says. It's quite operational.
So it's 48,000 panels, and it is supplying approximately 10 gigawatts per year. And the full coverage when it's all finished should be 36 gigawatts.
What's this gigawatt?
Gigawatts.
So that's numbers. That's numbers. But it's going it's a little bit further in the right direction. We're all doing a very similar body.
We're also
posture
all
inside
wearing
the
this
car.
very similar coloured clothing today as well.
So anyway, it's
Something for the
another
listeners to enjoy.
sustainable initiative, planet-saving thing, and also it will keep your car cool, which I like.
Yes, that is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting back to a hot car. Ooh. No, thanks.
No. And you've left your French cheese in the boot in a Tupperware.
Oh, that'll be amazing though, won't it? If it just sat there and oozing. Oh, can you imagine anything better? Oh, that brie.
Yeah, but the smell.
Oh, no, but who
What's it
cares?
called? A raclette?
Oh, raclette.
Oh, no, that's Swedish cheese. You have to put that over a grill.
Yeah.
It's
well, no,
Swedish?
but it'd be like
Swiss.
that.
Swiss, I would
Swiss,
I would
sorry,
think
Swiss.
Swedish cheese, famous.
Yeah.
Fermented fish, that's what you get in Sweden.
Yeah.
Claire thinks it'll be July. Sorry, I keep going back to this. The Avengers campus. I'm fascinated. Maybe we should start a sweepstake.
I just hope that it's open when I go,
I think it will be open when you go.
because then the main park will be quieter.
Hi, Natalie. She's never made it to a live show before. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, lovely to see you, Natalie. Thank you for joining us. Right. Do you want to play this game?
Yeah, this sounds interesting.
Inadvertently
Does it take
made
much
up.
setting up?
No, not at all. In fact, I don't think we won't be able to
I love this game.
play it live because it's done.
We can't look at this, though.
So we're going to
No,
play
no,
a game, but we
it's-
can't play it live.
Well, I will explain. Basically, I just like to. Does anyone else do this when they're Disney obsessive? Sometimes I just open the app and look at the map and go,
What are the wait times?
"What are the wait
Listeners,
times?"
Lucy looked at the map.
Yeah, but looked adoringly
The map
at
on
the
the
map.
app.
Don't neglect the
I
listeners.
scroll through. I look. What are the wait times?
Mhm.
I think what's that? What menu's there? Would I go for that? What am I
Yeah.
hungry for? And I have my little virtual park day.
4 or 5 times a week, I would say I do that.
It's the best thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was doing that today, and Hugh has got this famous trick that he does in shops. He picks something up he likes, and he goes, "I like it. A £2 like it." And then he looks at the price, and if
it's
it's
any
more,
more than that, carve it.
he's not allowed it. He's not allowed to go past what he's decided he likes it. So I started saying, "Hugh, how much do you like?" And then I would name a ride, and he would have to give me in minutes
Yeah.
how much he liked that ride.
So,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
And then
Okay.
I was looking at the
Okay.
wait times, and I'd
See
tell
where
him
you're going.
whether
What
he'd
I'd
be
be willing
allowed
to
to.
wait.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I like that.
What's a more fun game, though, is actually guessing what you think the wait time actually is.
At this time of day on a Sunday?
No, the park's shutting. So we can't play it. That's why I said we can't play it live. But what we can do is stipulate how long we could do it for the American parks, but this is because
Okay.
it's 5 hours earlier, but this is the Disneyland Paris Show.
Okay.
Do you want to do it hypothetically for the
I'm happy to do that.
American parks,
It's
but
like-
only for rides we've got in common?
Okay.
Yeah.
if you
It's
like.
like guessing the valuation on the Antiques
Hang on.
Roadshow.
I don't know how
I'm very
busy
good at that.
things get in Walt Disney World, so I have no bearing here to be able to understand
Right.
what would be right or wrong.
Yeah. We have a good idea, don't we?
Well, I think the rides that they've got in common are quite similar
Okay, I'll go with that.
in wait times usually.
I'll go with that. Go for it.
Right. Okay, so I'm in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, this is nice, isn't
And
it?
I'm going to say,
Oh.
how much do you like? You can play along in the chat. How much do you like Big Thunder Mountain?
I'd wait. Thing is, I slightly upped my times because I'm expecting queues to be longer when we go. But I'd happily wait 25 minutes.
I was going to say 25 minutes
It's
as well.
20 past 4. Just to give context, in America.
Should we say what we think it is?
90.
I think it's 65 minutes.
It's 35 minutes.
Do you know what?
And I think 35 minutes like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I've said 25 now, so I'm
Mike
not
says
going on
30 for Big Thunder, so
There you
Mike's
go.
going on it. Oh no, Mike's not going on it. Magical by Sarah's going on it. J Foss isn't. Fando 13 is going on it. Stacey Jess is going
They're
on
definitely going on it with
Yeah.
half an hour to
it.
spare.
They'd wait 60 minutes
There
and
you
it's
go.
only 35 minutes. Wow, let's do
I
another.
keep trying not to look.
This is fun. Okay,
Fando was the Dodd family who sent in the trip report, by the way, and they said Patrick saved the day.
Yes.
yay. Pirates.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
No,
It
the
can
number that comes
fluctuate
into
a
my
lot.
head for pirates. Oh. The thing is, I've only ever experienced Paris pirates,
And
and,
the
I've been told it's the best.
The queues,
It is.
we always say we like the queue, but basically the queue is just in a dark cave.
Wet. It
There's
feels
not
wet.
much going on, but there's something.
40 minutes.
Something nice about it, isn't it? Yeah, 40 minutes.
40
But
minutes.
the American one, I can't remember the queue. I can't remember it being very interesting.
We fast passed it.
I
That's
do
why.
25 minutes for there, but I reckon it's
40 minute.
I reckon it's 30 minutes, and I'm gonna wait 25 tops.
I'm not sure with the chat now whether they're still talking about.
I didn't
Big
assume they
Thunder
moved on
Mountain.
because these are all the same people
Oh,
putting
right,
times
okay.
in again. So I think
Again, Stacey Jess says 45. Kelfie says 60. Fando says 30. Alex says 30. The Dunn family says
What's the
30.
answer? I can't
Nat
go.
Cat says 20. Anne F says 30. It is 35 minutes.
yes, I'm on it.
Now, I love Pirates. I would wait that. But to be fair, I find it's a ride that fluctuates a lot. And I feel like if you went away for a Dole Whip and came back, it might be 20. You know what I mean?
Do you know what you could do with this game, by the way, if you wanted to advance it slightly? You could give everybody 3 hours, for instance.
Here we go.
Oh, you had to spend
and
your
you
3
spend
hours.
it, and if you go in under like 35 and I said 40, I get 5 minutes back. If you don't go on it, you still got your full.
Chris,
you
this
still
is a
got your
good
full
game.
currency.
This is turning into maths
You've just
now.
invented a good game there.
Theme park queue.
Can you make an app of it and you can play it in the queue?
So I'm moving on.
I'm on it. I'll
Meta.
get on it.
What would you wait for? And this is not in Paris's equivalent of Magic Kingdom, but the Magic Carpets of Aladdin. So it's in the Magic Kingdom in Orlando.
Walk on.
But it's in the studios.
Walk on. It would have to be a walk on. I
If
wouldn't
it
do it.
said-
5 minutes.
If it said 10 minutes, I'd go on then, 10 minutes.
No.
But I reckon it's only 5.
Yeah.
Now, this is the only thing I do think there's a bit of a difference, Chris, because in the studios, it is in an awful position, isn't it? It's in a big concrete area and then they've
It's
surrounded
still not
it
the
with
best
plywood.
of those rides, though.
It's not, but it's in the middle of Adventureland.
The
and
palm trees around it,
and
though.
there's a spitting camel. I don't know how much a spitting camel sells.
Oh,
in
no,
here.
you're right. You're right. 25
There's a
minutes.
Yeah.
It is 25 minutes. Yeah, people are going walk on only.
It's
Zero
by-
wait.
It's by the
15 minutes.
Aloha place, isn't it, where you can get your Dole Whip?
I feel the
Ah.
problem with those kind of rides is unlike your Omni-Movers and your Pirates that just go constantly, it's the walking forward and then stopping for 5 minutes and then walking forward. I think I would only wait 2 rotations. I don't know how long that is. But you know when you have to wait for 5 lots of people to go on
Yeah.
and then you nearly get on and you don't. And it's
Put us
like,
out of our
oh.
misery. Come on.
I just told you it's 25 minutes.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, not a chance.
No.
Not a chance.
In fact, I
Pass.
had to disappoint a 3-year-old last time we went because Bonnie wanted to take Peter on Dumbo and we went and it was 35 minutes. I'm
Oh,
like,
Dan, there you go.
I'm not waiting 35 minutes.
I would
for
wait
Dumbo.
35 to 40 minutes for
Well,
Dumbo.
Do you want to know how much Dumbo is in Orlando now then? So you would wait 35 minutes for
I'd
Dumbo?
wait 40 for it. Quite
You'd wait
happily.
40
I'd wait 40
minutes
minutes
for
for it. I
Dumbo.
love the music, so I'm quite happy there.
Wow.
It's got a slightly nicer feeling in Paris. Like, I don't like it so much in Disney World. I would only do 15 minutes.
Do you know, nowhere would I do more than 15 minutes for Dumbo. And I do like Dumbo and it's a classic. But no, it's a 15-minute waiter for me. 40 minutes, Chris. I'm
Yeah.
impressed. That's dedication.
It's because Oliver wouldn't let me not take him on it, so it wouldn't be an option.
There you go. My limit is 10. I like the view.
Have you given us the actual
Yes,
time
I like
yet?
the view. No, I'm waiting for people
Okay.
to go there.
I'm going to guess it's 35 minutes.
There's 2 there, isn't there?
There is.
So they've
And
got a slightly
also,
faster loading.
There's
I
an
guess.
indoor, in the queue, there's an indoor, like, what do you call it, play gym.
Yeah. I
For the
I only
kids
saw
while
that
you
on a
went.
video the other
Oh.
day, and it looks great. I was like, where's this?
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm there,
I
yeah.
don't remember
40
seeing
minutes.
that. Well, we didn't go on it, did we?
It is. I can't wait for the chat any longer, I'm afraid. I'm going for it. You'd have kids under 5. It's, oh my goodness. When I looked down a minute ago, it was 25 minutes and it's just shot up to 40.
I'm still going on.
Something happened. It's 40 minutes. You see, if we could noodle on our phones and Bonnie would go on the play gym, I might do 40 under those circumstances, but not
Good
in
chance to
Paris.
vlog.
When you're waiting
Not
with
in Paris.
When you're waiting with a kid, we'll have to do like an episode about how to pass the time in a queue. Have we done that?
No,
Because
we should.
when you're waiting with a kid,
yeah.
like if it was just me and you, Lucy, and we're like, oh, it's 2 hours for this, but it's a brand new ride, we'd consider it, wouldn't we? Well, like, we can talk to each other, or at least for 20 minutes.
If you have to, if you push.
But when you've got a kid with you, you just half of your mind is just worried about how bothered they are.
And are they going to need a wee?
Yeah.
Queue for
Yeah.
40 minutes, like Ollie did. We queued for 40 minutes for Autopia, and they needed a wee, so we had to find a way
Oh,
out.
no.
Here's a good question in the chat.
Go on.
Gavin says, "Have you ever have you ever taken wine into Disneyland Paris?" No.
No, I don't drink.
A box of wine.
My mum took it to the hotel room, but I guess that doesn't count.
Are you allowed? You can't take it in, can you?
No, they check your bags and tell
Yeah.
you.
Have you ever taken wine into Disneyland?
You can buy wine in
Gavin, do you mean
Disneyland
like
Paris.
into the park? Like just take a bottle and start swigging it in Frontierland?
Gavin, do you have a problem? I don't mean that. Someone said they snuck beer in there.
It says it's a big question. It is. It's an important question. I just love it. Have you ever taken wine into Disneyland Paris? Have you ever taken a few crafty cans in?
Hit flask of Ouzo.
It's getting really adult in here. Disney After Dark. Took Bacardi into Disney World in my refill mug.
Yes,
this
magical
is
by
serious
Sarah.
stuff. And that's bad for
I
dehydration.
would
that.
like to get a buzz on. I've never had a buzz on in the park.
Epcot's the park to do it, apparently.
I've never got drunk at the park. I don't even think I've had more than like one drink at a time there. I don't think I've ever had like a couple with a meal or anything like that. It's just one and then that's it. But it'd be nice to like go around in the day and be like, oh, I'm a bit
Bit fresh.
bit battered here.
And I
Yeah.
really, really must
fun.
stress, we are very different people now, and I do not recommend this. But we
Here we go.
we went to a bakery in Amsterdam and then went to the zoo. That was a horrible experience, I'll tell you. Don't do that. Giraffes are weird. That's all
Hannah
I'm going to
says
say.
they were giving out glasses of champagne in the parks. Yeah, they may well have been. I can't imagine you've been able to take a bottle of your own in though, can you?
Buzz Lightyear
Try.
Laser Blast.
I would wait 20 minutes.
25, yeah.
I reckon it's a 45 minutes.
65
in
minutes.
Disney World.
Right now, it's 45 minutes.
Oh,
done.
yeah.
I was
Well
good.
done.
Is Jungle Cruise in DLP? No, it's
No.
not, unfortunately. They didn't think that the humour could work in as many languages as it would be required to work in. And they're probably right, but it's a shame. It's a good ride.
If they ever expand Adventureland into that space that they've got to expand into, you never know.
They'd have to change how they did it. Because, it's basically stand-up comedians on every boat. They
Gavin,
just have to change. I don't think they could do that.
Gavin works for the NHS, so according to Michael Fabricants, they're all drinking in the staff room all the time.
You see, Stacey Jess just said, I'd wait 30 minutes for Buzz. And because we've just been having that conversation, I read, I'd wait 30 minutes for a Buzz.
Getting your buzz on.
Getting the buzz on. Okay. 40 minutes for Buzz. Yeah, I think that's another 20 minuter for me. Although I really do like Buzz. But we like to do it multiple times when we do it. So we kind of get it early. Right. I think that's going to just about do it. Now we have to talk about the next coming weeks.
Oh yeah.
This is a
This is
almost
a serious bit, folks.
it's a
Can we
Dear
just
John.
let's just bed in for a little while and sort this out?
So
We've had a good run.
as you know, we are theatre folk. We do. I know we had slightly theatre folk. Hugh is doing a show the week after next.
Starts next Saturday.
Starts next Saturday. Hang on, why can't you do Sunday? Oh no, it's
Me
me who
can.
can't do
It's
Sunday.
you.
I am at a dance festival
Sundays are fine.
until past 8:00, basically.
I'm doing a football tournament, so I'm not about.
And he's doing a football tournament, and I'm at a dance
Soccer.
festival. Hugh's okay. So we're going to do a later show next week. So it's going to be just the Rains, and it's going to be 9:30. Fingers crossed they don't run over and I
Might you
get
be
back in
the
time.
Probably not, but I'll see if I'm available. I'll come into the chat for a little while.
Yes.
Okay. So then it's still going to be Sunday, and it's going to be 9:30, and then we're going to update you because the week after,
It'd be just us boys, won't it? The week after.
I think it's just going to be the boys because Bonnie also does theatre, and
Car
she's playing
crash.
Gretel in Sound of Music, and she's got a dress rehearsal that's going on to like 9:30 or 10, and I have to chaperone. So I think it'll just be the boys. The week after that, we're fine, I think,
Yeah.
because it's between shows.
Think
And then
so.
the week after that, we're in Disney World. And if we get enough subscribers,
Hopefully.
that might be our live stream show. If not, you're going to do one with Lucas, aren't you?
Yeah. Me and Lucas will be available to do one that week, and then the following week I'm away as well. So that way the best time for you to do live.
I think it might be the second week that we do the live stream and let you and Lucas do the first one. So we're gaining such momentum and we're getting such lovely followers that I don't like to break the momentum. So we're going to get you a show every week, but just kind of keep checking on the social media to give you updates about where it is and when it is and so on and so forth. And if we are able to do a live stream, I'm so excited about that. Make sure you pop on for that one and tell us what to do. Boss us around.
Hannah says, let Hugh do it all on his own. We discussed that before the show and how awful it would be. And by the time Lucy came in like a bit later, I would just be resorting to beeps and clicks and whistles and
Huge stream of
shrugging and going, I don't know. I don't have the answer for that, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. But I can tell you why I dislike The Curious Labyrinth. I don't dislike that.
Hugh's
Ooh,
stream
you
of-
must be grumpy.
Hugh's stream of consciousness is not a stream you want to get into the flow of. You could get swept out to
I don't
sea
know.
very
Dads could do
easily.
the show.
Oh, yeah. do a whole Daz show. It'd be like, right, welcome to the show, yeah. We're talking about your favourite snacks at park. I like a Solero. You can get them from any of the stands.
You did this.
You can get them from any stand, or you can get a Magnum, and they're all so nice. Give them 5 stars.
Yes, I want to see this show. If you do that on your own next week, I am tuning in into the chat. So just keep me posted, yeah?
I need to ask our
Wow.
technical person before we go. The Dunn family just says, can't you set up a Facebook account and send us the link for live?
Well, we could do that. We have a Facebook account. We just never mention it. We do have Facebook, and you can go live straight away on Facebook if you want to. So that is something you could do if you did choose. So yeah, we could potentially do that.
Yeah.
There's nothing more to
I know
say.
nothing about
Yeah.
these things. I'm just going
Yeah,
to
we
go,
could do
tell
that.
me what to do and what to press and when to do it.
I'll have a think about that.
Yay. Right. Super. Thank you very much, everybody, again for joining us. We're having lovely fun doing this at the moment, and I'm feeling the Disney feels now everybody's back at the park. So thank you very much for joining us. I've been Lucy. This has been the boys. Good night.
Night.
Bye.